just in Singapore. I'm really pleased to be here. Always good to be back, just wandering around sweating, drinking matcha, visiting friends for a couple of days. Anyway, what I was going to say is I have felt, and I know a lot of people that I've spoken to, you have periods in your life when you feel trapped. And being trapped, I think, is a very interesting psychological state, because to me, trying to articulate it, what does it mean? It means that maybe you're in a place where you don't want to be. So what could that be? Let me sit and try and get this across. What does that mean? So maybe you're in, some examples, maybe you're in a relationship you feel lacks growth. Maybe there's a lack of connection, understanding. Maybe you're in a job that isn't fulfilling. Maybe you're doing it just to pay the bills, right? Maybe you're in a lifestyle that is making you feel trapped. You know, you're in toxic patterns. You're in unfulfilling relationships. You know, you're stuck you're frustrated, and that's probably the same thing as feeling trapped. However, you have really, in most cases, unless you're ill and terminally ill, you have the ability to change your life. Like that's a given. Now, even when I felt stuck and trapped, the reason why I've felt like that is because I've not been able to articulate it to my employer, to people around me, to people that I needed to. So rather than sitting with feelings of sort of frustrations about the lack of progress that you're making, which I think comes to all of us in our lives. I don't know anybody that doesn't feel frustrated at some point. The way to stop feeling trapped is get the thoughts out of your head, write a plan, talk to the people, right? Talk to your boss, talk to your business partner, talk to whoever you need to get those feelings of frustration out. And often you'll find that the solution comes itself just by sharing those problems. If you feel trapped to the point, and I hear the word trapped a lot when talking to men, and maybe it's that pressure, and women, it's not a gender thing. You know, people are trapped in many different ways. Maybe you're trapped at home with kids, right? Man or woman, mainly women, right? Let's not dance around the bush. Maybe you're trapped at work in commuting. Maybe you're trapped in a financial situation where you've got a big mortgage and you've got to work in a job that you hate and you get up at 5 o'clock. I think most of us have feelings of, on bad days and, where we can't escape. We have to do things. We have to look after the kids. We have to go to work. We have to provide. We have to be responsible. But the important thing is to be open and reflect with people that are in your life on, what can you change to give yourself time? What can you build towards? What dreams can you keep alive? What hopes are you not fulfilling, right, and moving towards? Because the fact is that most of us keep things hidden, we keep dreams secret, and we carry on through life suppressing our needs and wants and aspirations because either we feel we have to be somebody else for the responsibilities that we've taken on. And all I'm encouraging you is don't sit in silence. If you've got unmet needs, if you are sitting in a fear of upsetting someone, if you don't want to upset the apple cart, if you're paralyzed by your responsibilities as a woman or man, whether it's being a parent, whether it's being unfulfilled, frustrated, it starts, like with all mental health, it starts with having a conversation with the people that you trust and love, or even a therapist. Get it out of your mind. Explain to yourself, work out what it is you need more of. And it will come. The solutions will come. The teacher will arrive, the master will arrive, and the student is ready. And the student being ready is about acknowledging frustration, acknowledge that you feel trapped. Sit down, work it through, talk about what your options are, change your life. And don't carry on day after week, after month, after year, after decade, living a life that's not authentic to you, because there is no reason to live the life that's not authentic to you. Nobody's probably forcing anybody to do the things that you're living in your mind, that you believe you have an expectation, society has an expectation. And the best thing to keep your dreams alive, frankly, and not feel trapped, is to have an ambition, a dream, a hope that you are thinking about moving towards, working towards, creating a life that is fulfilling to you, and you know, being stressed to hell for 60 hours a week to earn 150 grand a year to pay for a house that'll be paid off in 10, 20 years, and kids that will leave home. You know, you've got to have, as we all have, conversations about why we're trapped in these, why we're trapping ourselves in these lives. Yes, the cost of living, it's expensive to buy houses. Yes, I get that. But find the things that are meaningful. Have the conversations about why you might feel stuck. And you know, I'm not assuming everyone's watching this going, "Oh, fucking hell, Ed, we're not all as unhappy as you are." I'm not unhappy, but I know what it's like to put expectations on yourself, on myself, to be somebody that I never wanted to be, because that's what I thought life was, and that's what people had expectations of me. And the reality is, the people that love you just want you to be happy. And you'll work it out if you start with that, especially to you men out there who believe that, you know, success is about a business card and a car. Get over yourselves, right? That's fine. Build that life, build wealth. That's arguably what you know, some of you are responsible for. But you're not, the point is, you're not in it on your own. And again, women in careers, women at home with the kids, it shouldn't be that we sit in silence and pretend that everything's all right, because that's what we believe that we're here to do, and we shouldn't moan and grumble about it, because we should be happy. You've got to all express where we're not happy and do something about it. Like, not just moan about it, practically take steps to give yourself more time away from the kids, away from work, doing the things that you really want to love, that you love, whatever it is, right? It might be making buttons, or serving coffee, or traveling, or, you know, working with kids. Whatever your ambition is, deep in your soul and heart, is the thing that you need to spend some time working towards. Because if you don't, eventually, whether you earn 10 grand or 100 grand or a million pounds a year, that thing will still sit there. So whilst we can't all build a life, right, around final point, we can't all build a life which is constantly about wanting something else. I do think if you are feeling trapped and depressed in your situation, it starts with embracing that and opening up about it, because it's an unmet need. It's an unmet need in not relating to people, in not feeling heard, not feeling valued, not feeling self-esteem, right? And therefore all the things stem from an understanding of yourself about what it is you believe gives you self-worth and importance. And you can be a partner in a law firm, earning a big fat bank with a nice house and all these trips and a nice car, private education. You can still feel lonely and unhappy and unfulfilled. And there's many people out there that feel like that. So, you know, we're here to try and get people just to address the elephants in the rooms. It's not a bad thing to earn money and build wealth and look after your family and look after kids and have a career. It's not a bad thing to do anything. It's your choice how you spend your time. But we hear a lot of men and women and men feeling trapped. It's a word we hear a lot. And that is because you're not being perhaps transparent with what you're spending your time doing. And when you're feeling unfulfilled, there's usually a reason behind that. And often people will help and people will understand. People generally sit and don't want to say to your partner, to your family, to your employer, I'm not happy, because we all pretend. We don't all do, but a lot of people pretend, because they'd rather go through life acting with a mask on, pretending to be something that we're not, than just expressing what we do want to be, thinking about it, spending the time to think about it. And that's what it boils down to, is make some time. If you feel unsettled, if you feel, you know, like you're just going through the mechanics every week, work, drink, break the cycle by spending some time on your own. So really think, as the years pass, what do you really want to do that makes you feel like you've achieved something, whatever that is. Okay, back to my matcha. All the best. If you need any coaching, there's got to be a call to action. If you need any any help. We offer managed bespoke programs of startup coaching, life coaching, personal coaching, fitness coaching. We can provide a bit of support if you feel like you need regular support. We're not doctors, we're not therapists, we're not psychiatrists, but we will listen and offer suggestions if you need on a paid basis. Take care.